My name is Matija Razem. I am VP of Business Development with Infobip, and I have been working with Infobip for like more than 15 years. Infobip is a CPaaS company. CPaaS means Communication Platform as a Service, which basically means that we are covering all kinds of communicational channels between businesses and their customers. Meaning, for example, if let's say Uber sends you a text message or voice or email, there is a very good chance that these messages went through Infobip platform in the background. So that's one. Second, Infobip is definitely one of the biggest CPaaS provider in the world. I would say one of the, let's say, top 2 or 3. Infobip is present in this ecosystem for like almost 20 years, since 2006. And we have a presence in many offices, in many countries. Currently, we have 70 plus offices doing business in around 70 countries. But again, we can deliver messages and voice channels and different types of communicational channels to almost all the countries in the world. So we are basically present everywhere. Infobip is a pretty big company. It's 3,500 people. Our main business is, let's say, communicational business towards, on one side, telcos, and on the other side, enterprises who are using Infobip to deliver something to the telcos. These enterprises are mostly, for example, big digital players like WhatsApp, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Oracle, etc. And on the other side, we have a lot of, let's say, old businesses like banks. We have more than 1,000 banks in our portfolio. We also work with travel companies, with logistics. I mentioned Uber before. So we are working with any given company that has a need to communicate with their customers, which I would say is a great majority of the companies worldwide. On the Infobip is probably the biggest CPaaS player amongst MNOs, meaning that we are covering a lot of needs that MNOs require. We currently work with more than 800 MNOs globally, and also some of the MVNOs. We are providing different types of services to them. Our main business was actually used to be SMS. Then it evolved to OTT messaging, then to voice, email, and basically any kind of given channel that is available there on the market. Both MNOs and MVNOs are using those channels. So besides standard telco channels, they are using different OTT channels, including, for example, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Viber, Line, WeChat, etc. So they are using basically our platform to deliver those messages to their customers, to their subscribers, to create better customer engagement with their customers. I would say that there are 2 main buzzwords that are currently on the market. One is, of course, AI, and the other one would be eSIMs. So those 2 things basically are a very strong combination, which gives MVNOs big leverage towards the traditional MNOs. Why? Because I would say that MVNOs are much more faster, flexible, and let's say much more engaged with their subscriber base, because obviously they are there to grow. They are there to fight with the big guys, with the MNOs who already have a market share. So MVNOs are trying in some way to take part of that market share to them. And one of the, let's say, easier way to do that is to provide, for example, eSIM technology, which is now becoming very popular and very simple to install and very simple to use, but together with AI. So everything is enhanced with AI, which gives the possibility of engaging customers better, of let's say direct targeting the customer. So by processing huge amounts of data that every MVNO already has about their subscriber base, they can basically predict through AI technologies how they're going to behave and what are the offerings that those clients might need. And this is done by AI. Obviously, this part of the scope is done by Infobip as well. And we are trying to provide with a lot of insights to the telcos, to the MVNOs in particular, how they can use their own data and engage and target a proper customer base with a particular product. Conversational experience for your subscriber or customer base is actually important to anyone, not just to MVNOs or MNOs. It's important to anyone in a sense that you are basically getting much more value in informing your customers on different products that you might have, which obviously can go in two ways, at least two main ways. One is the marketing, where you are promoting the new products, and the other way is support, where customers are already using your product, but they need some kind of support from your end. How does it work? For conversational experience, we use basically most of the available conversational channels. And just to give you an example, it could be, for example, Viber, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, I don't know, Line, WeChat. So all those channels have conversational possibility where you are asking the questions. And instead of having just one, let's say, one-way conversation, which was, let's say, a standard maybe 5-10 years ago, when you would receive, let's say, SMS message, that would be proper one-way communication. And then on that SMS message, you might react, you might not react, you might click on it, do something about it, but maybe you can just completely ignore it. On the other way, if you get a message, for example, through WhatsApp, first of all, that message is a rich message, meaning that it has pictures, videos, links, and it's actually proper conversational. So it has a conversational thread. So you get a message, you can reply to that message, and then of course the MVNO can reply again to that. And that is all in one single thread. How is actually Infobip helping in this ecosystem? So we are producing platforms that can, first of all, enable MVNOs and MNOs to create that kind of engagement, to create that kind of communicational channel. You as a live agent can read and monitor everything that is happening there, and you can see all the chats, everything that is being happening with your subscriber base. But of course, we are also adding an AI layer to that. AI layer helps to let's say respond to the common questions, to give some ideas that are usually there. For example, we have measured that most of the questions being asked are, what is my invoice? Can I get my invoice, or can I change my package, or am I paying properly for the package that I'm getting? So there are basically very few standard questions that are happening. If you put all those information, all this data to the AI can process that and answer in a proper way. And currently this is happening, and it's actually working really well. We have measured that in some of our deployments, 90% of the question being asked are actually resolved on the AI agent layer. So it doesn't go to the live agent. On the other side, once it comes to the live agent, which is this another 10%, this live agent is also helped by AI to provide a proper question. So for example, there is a live agent doing all the work. However, he has, a co-pilot that gives him the potential answers or the potential, let's say, product examples that this live agent needs to transfer to the end customer. So this is how, through this couple of steps, is how Infobip actually helps MVNOs to get more customers and to provide better customer experience. Hyper personalized experiences is something that basically all the marketeers and all the companies who want to engage the customers want to have. And how we are getting to that? The only way to get to that is, first of all, to get enough data from your customers. And since MVNOs are relatively big companies with a huge number of subscribers, I think that they already have pretty decent data lakes with information about those particular customers. So once we have all those information, once we have all those data, then we build AI agent on top of that, which collects all the data, processes the data, and according to that, creates some kind of conclusions how and to whom something should be offered. So what we have done in a couple of cases is that we have created and basically transformed, digitally transformed support center, which is usually a cost center. This is in most common cases a cost center. So we have transformed this basically to a profit center. How? Because support center gets a lot of information from their customers, and basically they're just resolving tickets. And once they get information that something is wrong, they are doing their best to actually rectify that and to make the customer happy. However, if you collect all this data, if you get some kind of educated information out of it, you can actually learn a lot of information about your customers, and then of course you can provide them with different products that they might need. I'm just giving an example. There is like I don't know, problem with optical fiber link, but then you understand that they have optical fiber, but they might not have, for example, TV channels. So then you can provide TV channels, so you can provide TV channels which, for example, cover sports, because you have realized that those particular customer like sports for different reasons. So there are different ways how you can make some kind of educated guesses and provide with the proper information to those customers. So if you, it's not just about the information itself, it's also about the timing of the information, about the content of the particular ad, and let's say, so when they are sending it, how they are sending it, and to which person in which moment. So it's not always, let's say, it's not every day and every time of the day good for that. So this is how we are doing it through AI. And AI actually helps a lot to create interesting results out of it. I mean, the conversion rate on those platforms are much, much better than on just normal campaign management. As I said before, our main business is some kind of conversational experience for the MNOs and MVNOs. So whoever wants to have some kind of additional value extracted from their customers, we can help them with that. We are creating AI agents, we are creating chatbots, and we are providing different channels, which, for example, here in Europe, I would say the most common are WhatsApp and RCS. Of course, this doesn't mean that we are not covering voice, SMS, or email, for example, which are, let's say, legacy channels. However, everything actually goes to these OTTs now, and this is very, very common way of communicating now. Besides that, obviously, there is this AI part of it, where we are one of the pioneers on the market. And we really have a good knowledge on the telco segment and how the telcos are thinking and how their customers are thinking. So I think that, everybody will say that they have some kind of AI and that they understand AI, which is probably correct. However, the way how we do it and the use cases that we have already put in production, I think can help us and can help the customer to make better results.